That's on record. What's up, everybody? We know we were missing last week, so we're so happy to be back this week.
We are so happy to be back because, man, dude, we got something to talk about.
And it's not the DNC. We totally had all the intention to talk about it, and then we decided.
Well, some actual news.
J-Lo filing for divorce. And newsflash, breaking news, not breaking news as we record this, but Leah Remini is also getting divorced. So J-Lo and her bestie
so
are
the
both...
girls are back in town.
The girls are back in town. No, we can't afford that song. But also, like, it's terrible that they're getting divorced. Because divorce is terrible. What's up, everybody? If you're new here, you're listening to Bubble Bath Stories, your soon-to-be favorite 15-minute podcast. Jinx! I'm Nicky Trendz.
I'm Manny Oso.
Can we get into this?
Yeah, we can. Because
Mi gente.
Yeah, because it was actually pretty shocking to hear. The funny thing is that it like, we heard about it and we were kind of like, we knew we had to talk about it, even though it was going on during a really important political week.
Well, it happened after.
Yeah. So once it was announced, we both looked at each other. Or she texted me. You were the first one to find out, and then you let me know. But I was shocked because it's one of those things, like, we talked about this before, that when they got back together and got married.
Well, and by they, we are talking about Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck.
Yeah, when they
2.0.
got together and got married, it was kind of like one of those couples you see get together that you don't know you're kind of rooting for.
Yes.
You know, especially after the type of media campaign that Ben Affleck had with Dunkin' Donuts. He kind of got on everybody's soft side, you know?
Yes.
It's after being seen as such a grumpy person through all the memes, you know?
Okay, so I'm so happy you brought that up.
Yeah.
Are you ready? So this is not a man bashing episode at all. Okay?
No.
This is about people like Ben Affleck.
Yeah.
Okay, and we know those kind of people. Because I'm not going to give you the history. You guys already know the history. But he comes back into her life, right? She's out of a relationship with Rodriguez. He's divorced. They've spent some time being single. They come back together. Everybody's like, oh my God, what year are we in, right?
Yeah.
They get married really fast. Blended families. Turns out his kids like her. I guess the gens get along with each other. And then somewhere things just go completely left. And I gotta tell you, it feels like it started when all that stuff about P. Diddy started really coming to the surface. I gotta, like, that to me. And listen, I'm not a J-Lo stan. I've heard from multiple people that she has not been the friendliest when they've been around her.
Yeah.
But this fucking guy is a gaslighter.
Go on, explain.
Go on. Okay, so I'm gonna lay some theory down because there's a pattern, right?
Yeah.
So let's take this P. Diddy stuff out for a second. Way back when they first started dating, they were in a movie together. What was the name of the movie? Gigli. Right. If you haven't heard about it, it's because it was a god-awful movie.
Yeah, that movie tanked. A lot of people had hopes for it. Yeah, I mean, because everybody was like, oh, Ben Affleck, oh, Good Will Hunting, oh, J-Lo, okay, this is going to be great. And it didn't work out.
Okay, I think we had different timelines.
I think it had like one of the worst Rotten Tomato scores as well.
Well, anyway, listen, so the movie is disregarded and everybody blames J-Lo for it. They're like, it's all her fault. It's all her fault.
The narrative was said as it's her fault. Yeah.
You know, Affleck is seen as the serious actor. He did a silly movie, whatever. She takes the hits, right? It just makes her stronger. Then he goes off to do Daredevil. Mm-hmm. This is supposed to be his big shot into a different franchise or whatever.
Yeah, as a franchise star.
Falls in love with his co-star, Jennifer Garner, and everybody laughs because they got the same name. Also, Ben Affleck and I have that in common with each other. A zinger. Anyway, and then they get married for like 15 whatever years. It comes out that he's an alcoholic and he's got gambling issues. Jen tried to help him through it, and Jen Gardner. Yeah. And then it doesn't work out. And that's it. They divorced. Then he seen when Anna that she was in Knives Out.
Yeah.
You know who I'm talking about. Yeah. You guys know who I'm talking about. Anyway, they had, I think, a little one night. I think that was a rebound situation there, right? Then J-Lo is like also single because it comes out that A-Rod cheated on her after he proposed. Mm-hmm. At some point, she found out that he cheated.
That's right.
And then she was single, and then they get back together, and then we're gonna put a pin in that. Back then, that all happened. I'm getting confused. I'm confusing myself. But the parallels here are her movie comes out, the documentary, and then the album comes out. It doesn't do great. I mean, the hate train for her was for real. Yeah. Like bad.
That's true.
He didn't say a goddamn thing. Nothing. Right? She's still taking the hits. They haven't seen each other. She's still out here in these streets. He's nowhere to be found. Boom, she files for divorce. What's supposed to be their 2-year anniversary.
Yeah, that was the crazy thing about it too. The timing of it.
Like, how sad. Like, I would be sad. But also, then it comes out, right, that he's actually the one behind the movie.
Behind the interview.
In the movie, This Is Me Now.
Yeah.
She's being interviewed. He's the one interviewing her. He apparently, his production company, I guess, distributed or had some involvement with it. He encouraged her to make the film.
Yeah.
He very well was aware of the love letters.
Of the content of it.
Yes, those stupid love letters that he's going around town complaining about.
Yeah, so he there's a video where he was complaining about it on an interview, saying that the other entertainers were calling him Ben Affleck because they were all reading the letters. And I guess he felt embarrassed. Ben Affleck, that's funny.
He felt embarrassed. Yeah, but right. You knew what was going to be in the movie.
I bet you they told that joke to Matt Damon, and Matt Damon was like, I used to call him that during Good Will Hunting because he didn't write it.
Gross.
No, I'm playing.
But then the other thing is, after all that, right, he also is quoted to like say, well, this is all alleged, right, because they're all sources and stuff like that, because she would like spent one weekend left, I guess, with his kids.
Yeah.
And he felt really conflicted because like she's spoiling them. Mm-hmm. What? I'm confused. You gaslit this woman into thinking you were gonna be the guy.
Yeah.
Right? And you said that her fame was too much, that it was messing up that it was challenging his sobriety.
Yeah.
Right? And you know, all the times that we saw him being pissed off, it was because it turns out that he can't handle having a bad day.
Because he needs a drink.
Whatever.
Or do something.
I mean,
alcoholic style, yeah.
Alcoholic style.
You know, like
alcoholic style.
That's what his grumpy demeanor. His grumpy cat demeanor was coming out because he would be in all these social situations because of her, and that usually that would trigger him to want to drink. This is the blaming part. Usually that would trigger him to want to drink. And so, since he can't drink because he's got to be sober.
Why not that there's anything
because this is the gaslighting. Nothing wrong with that. But this is the gaslighting part. That like, I'm with you, somebody that I know is gonna be like that. I have to be sober. And so I'm gonna have a bad attitude about not being able to drink while you're working.
And she's
because I can't handle a crowd.
And she's actually doesn't drink, from my understanding.
Yeah.
She does not partake in any of that. So,
and believe me, there's nothing wrong with being being an addict and not wanting to be in those situations. I get that. Totally get that. But if you have to be in those situations because it's your jobs, then maybe have a better attitude about it. I don't know. Like, figure something out, you know?
I mean, the lady reached
Don't blame her, definitely.
The lady reached out to his ex-wife.
Yeah, like, definitely don't blame your spouse for that.
The children have blended.
Yeah.
Oh, and then, because I be on Twitter, they were talking about, you see Jen with his kids, but he has not reached out to her kids, like, at all. So that also shows that she's helpless. Her problem is Carrie Bradshaw style.
She only smokes cigarettes. She doesn't drink or anything, right?
She doesn't smoke cigarettes. She does not look like that by smoking cigarettes.
So she doesn't do
She doesn't do anything.
Yeah, right?
Dude, she doesn't do anything. So whatever about sobriety. But like, she's got Carrie Bradshaw syndrome. She's a hopeless romantic, but picks terrible fucking guys.
Yes, you're absolutely right.
Because, okay, I'm sure she's high strung. I'm sure there's things about her that are annoying, whatever. But like, she seems like somebody who's willing to put in the work and the effort. And it seems like they don't want to do that. But what's mind-boggling is, how do you not know that about her?
Yeah.
How?
Yeah.
Hollywood is tiny. It's muy tiny.
That's what I'm saying. The expectations of, so when we get together, you're going to change. That kind of expectation, right?
Yeah. Like, Ben, hello, have you not been paying fucking attention? Like, whatever you thought the problem was in the beginning about her fame or whatever, what did you think? Were you not paying attention?
Yeah.
Career continued. It did not stop for you.
And she's going for those awards, so she's going. Bitch. So she's not resting. There's no breaks in her life.
Okay, but I love that the hate has now turned into love, and now we're against Ben Affleck because it also came out that he's fucking around with some Kennedy.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, and you cheated. Like some shady fucking death went down. Okay, and I'm happy that everybody's like finally talking about it, and that her movie's getting a second life, and her album's getting a second life, and like there's no better way. There's no better vengeance. Okay,
than success.
Than
success.
So.
This brought a few other things to mind though, didn't it?
Yes, other people.
Yeah, because we were talking about other famous couples that their breakup wasn't so elegant when we found information out.
Yeah, it's like that meme, the villain who we thought is the villain, but the actual
real villain.
Yeah. I will say, backsliding and then getting dumped the same way by the same person, that is hurtful. I feel like we've all experienced that one time, so we've all can empathize.
Backsliding can hurt you. Okay,
so this is not a man bashing episode.
Yeah, because there's a couple girls on this too.
There's a couple ladies. Okay, we're gonna start with Cardi B and Offset.
Okay, so tell me about that breakup.
All right. Well, let's just the bullet points here, okay?
Yeah.
He impregnates her at the height of her career, and thank God that she's ambitious and motivated because it didn't stop her at all. She did not miss a beat at all. He cheats on her. And I believe it's with the young ladies who sued her, who took her to court.
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah.
And I think he did it again. And then he impregnates her again.
He was a multiple-time cheater, yeah.
Oh, multiple time.
Yeah.
And they were married, guys. This wasn't a baby mom.
Yeah.
They were married.
They're very publicly married.
But I think the most selfish thing is that he gets on her stage during her show, during her time, with crocodile tears and flowers in front of, obviously, thousands of people.
Yeah, and what is she supposed to do?
Exactly. And then he just continued to do that.
Yeah.
Cardi wasn't you the problem, sir.
Yeah, you the problem.
You the problem.
I found the story with Liam Hemsworth and Miley Cyrus.
That is
interesting.
A very famous.
Yeah. So with that one, it was pretty interesting because when they broke up, we found out later about how. I mean, the narrative from how I read it is basically this guy thought that after she got married, she would become like 100% more whitefish. I didn't say whitefish. Whitefish. So I guess she wasn't
traditional.
Yeah, very traditional. I'm home, honey, I'm home kind of stuff. And
I'm home.
And it just didn't fit. Because she's
Dolly Parton's
goddaughter. Yeah, exactly. He basically tried to put baby in a corner.
Oh, yeah, he did. For real,
Yeah.
He thought she was like Hannah Montana and that she was just going to take over Miley Cyrus suit.
Yeah, and so his whole excuse was basically, I love her so much, I don't want her to disappoint me. Could you imagine somebody telling you that?
Wow.
Yeah.
You're not even like... Of the Hemsworth, and there's a brother nobody knows.
Yeah, you're not
even top 5.
Yeah, right. You're not Chris.
How dare you? Like that is crazy because we had a conversation about this. She did kind of like, to tone it down a bit. Yeah. When they got back together, and he still fucked around and found out.
Yeah.
What a dick.
What a dick. Yeah.
Brad Pitt.
Famous one right here.
Everybody thought Jennifer Aniston was the problem.
Yeah.
Pero look who kids don't even want his last name. He's we find out that he's abusive.
Yeah.
He's an alcoholic. He's a cheater. I mean, like, no way. I did not see that coming. And not that I thought Jennifer Aniston was maybe I did. Maybe I was ignorant enough and I thought. But like, the allegations must be true if even the kids that you adopted and the kids that came from your loin don't wish to share your name. Yeah,
that's a punch to the gut.
You the problem.
Definitely.
You the problem.
How about here's one who's the problem wasn't cheating. The problem was he was married to work. Tom Brady.
That was a good one when you told me that.
Yeah.
I did not think of that.
So like just with selfish. That one, there's so many fans out there of Tom Brady and just of the things that he did that him retiring, nobody who's a fan like that wanted to see it. But the way you got to look at it from Giselle's point of view is just imagine your spouse told you every year, just one more year, more year, honey, and then we can retire.
Yeah,
one more year and we'll go on that trip.
Yeah,
one more year, honey. Or your dad saying just one more year and then I'm gonna be there for everything.
Yeah.
So that's the way I saw it.
Yeah.
Tom Brady was the problem in that.
Mm-hmm. You the problem.
You the problem.
You the problem.
You the problem. You just got canceled.
You the problem. You the problem. Chris Pratt.
That one's sad.
Why? And I don't know what happens, but guys, we don't know these people. These people do not run our lives. But these are things that people are talking about. And it makes us have these conversations.
It's not like all these happened in the last week.
With Chris Pratt, I don't feel like he acknowledges Anna Faris as much as he should. Like, you have a new wife now. You have a new family. I hate saying that. That sounds terrible. But you do have a new family now.
Yeah.
And children and more children. But, like, you don't really show love to Anna Faris. And, like, I don't know how they broke up. I was kind of sad that they broke up.
Yeah.
But... And to my understanding, it might have been mutual. I'm really not sure what the problem was.
When I heard about that whole thing of that he wasn't really in contact with his kid, that's the part where I was like, seriously? You are literally in the midst of being a child, every child's hero, and you're not contacting your kid? Yeah, I thought that was crazy.
I know it's petty stuff like not saying Happy Mother's Day to her. I don't know. It'd just be a little shady.
Yeah.
And I think he could be a little take note from Bruce Willis.
There's got to be someone at Disney
Demi
that
Moore.
told him like, hey, man, what's going on?
That's not Avenger attitude.
That's not Avenger.
Yeah. Oh, he's not an Avenger.
He's a guardian of the galaxy.
That's not.
Wait, let's do one of the women.
Oh, Jada Pinkett Smith. You know, that actually came to me 2 minutes before we started recording.
Yeah, right?
She stayed gaslighting Hollywood. The comedy were shun this man because he did what he thought was protecting her. And, like, that's a deeper conversation. We're not going to get into that. But all the Tupac.
Yeah. Like if you take the whole slapping thing out of the equation as far as the conversation, yeah, the slap happened, whatever. But if you really do listen to all the conversations that she had and all the interviews that she had where she was really saying a lot of wild stuff for being in a relationship.
Man? Do you like this man?
Yeah, like imagine being at a party, right? Imagine being at a party and everybody's in a group talking and your wife is just there talking to everybody about how she used to bang this dude before you.
Well, okay. She cheated with her son's best friend.
Oh, yeah, that too. The situation, take the celebrity out. The situation.
And then they did a podcast, a YouTube, basically. They vlogged about what they were going through, and he became a meme.
Yep.
I mean, she the problem.
She the problem.
All right. We could talk about this for hours, I feel like.
Yeah.
Because I just came up with 3 off the top of my head. But we want to hear from you guys.
We want to hear from y'all.
In the celebrity relationship, who do you think is the actual problem?
Yeah, definitely.
And if you want to know how you can do that, you can hit us up on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube at Bubble Bath Stories.
You can find me on Instagram at Got No Time For This.
And you can find me at Nicky Trendz on Instagram. And if you're looking to purchase some merchandise or to catch up on other episodes, you can go to our website, bubblebathstories.co. And if you want to vent, give us a compliment, complaint, or you just want to add more to the conversation, you can call our hotline at 347-878-1144. Until next time, buddies. Bye.
Next time, duck.
So you were telling me you could...
Okay.
Wait. So you were telling me you had a pitch for a buddy
project.
Comedy.
Yeah,
Is it a buddy comedy?
So
for J-Lo and Leah Remini.
Yeah. So once I found out that she was getting divorced, I thought to myself.
I says,
okay. So obviously, once the dust settles, they have to do a project together.
Right.
Whether it's a reality show, movie, or TV show, whatever. Then I thought immediately, who's somebody who's doing a lot of movies right now that are funny? Okay, I got it already. Bam. Imagine a film where, you know how like right now there's a lot of people who can't afford a house coming together and buying a house?
Yes.
So imagine two divorcees.
Okay. I hate how you said
whose
that.
husbands never got around to buying a house. They get divorced, and the money that they get from settlements and divorce and stuff like that.
Divorce stuff.
They get a lot of money, and they go in together. Leah Remini and J-Lo. They play these two people that go in together.
Divorcees.
Divorcees. They go in together. They buy a house. They move in with their kids, and they're raising their kids in this house, which they both own, and they're not together. It's not a lesbian thing.
Right. No.
Right. But keep that in mind, though. It's not a lesbian
thing.
So they're just living together.
Okay.
And then, so the neighborhood they move into, they have this really crabby neighbor, right? Who just keeps making lesbian jokes.
Okay. Who's played by?
Who do you think?
I don't know.
Adam Sandler.
Oh, wait.
And
why would it be Adam Sandler?
Because I'm just imagining this specific joke where they're like at a housewarming party. The whole neighborhood's there. And like Adam Sandler's character was warned by everybody in the neighborhood not to make stupid jokes. And he's just there having a snack saying,
is this
so you two lesbians or something?
Is this a sequel to Chuck and Larry?
And then when they're like, no, we're not together, he could be like, oh, so like, why don't you couldn't get a husband to buy a house?
All right.
Like asking offensive things like that,
okay,
you know?
We're going to work on that. We're gonna work on that. I like. We got something there.
There's legs there, right?
There's legs.
What about
there.
you? What do you think they should do together?
I don't have anything for you. I think that's too good. How can I follow that?
There's
that's
something
too,
there,
there's
right?
There's something there. It's too good.
Crabby neighbor, 2 women buy a house together, and this is their neighbor.
What will happen?
There's nothing to accomplish.
All right, get out of here.